What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome to a new series here on my channel where we aim to take a team from the second division of Gibraltar and aim to make them European champions one day, and then hopefully improve the standard of Gibraltar football, where maybe we can reach a stage where we can win something with the Gibraltar national team. But that is way ahead. For now, we're a lonely little amateur team in a division which is probably ranked one of the worst in Europe, if not the worst. And, you know, everyone starts somewhere, and this is where we're going to start. So, why did I pick Gibraltar United? Plain and simply, it's because I like the name. So I look at Gibraltar in second division, there's a lot of teams in here, like Boca Juniors, and if I go into the actual full league table, you can see the full names, then Boca Juniors, you know, Cannons. And I was just looking at all these team names, and I'd liked Gibraltar United. I think that's a team name that represents Gibraltar, and in the future, hopefully, you know, when we're in the Champions League or whatever, we will be representing Gibraltar. So Gibraltar United to me was one of the team names I liked here. I also liked Gibraltar Scorpions. I also liked Gibraltar Phoenix. Weren't really feeling the pink kit, and I mean, I like the blue kit, but again, to me, Gibraltar United was just a name that, to me, suited exactly what I wanted to do. And I was always gonna pick a team in the second division. Now I know a little bit about the Gibraltar Football League. I know that in the top division, Lincoln Gibraltar are the top team. They are the big boys. So that's a team that one day we're going to be trying to challenge against. I believe in this game there are a few semi-pro teams, as you see. I think, in fact, all of the teams in the top division, a few apart from a few. So a few of the teams in the top division are semi-pro, which means they've got that advantage over the amateur teams, that they can actually tie down people on contracts or, you know, part-time deals, which may cause more problems than it does solutions, because a lot of people then ask for part-time deals instead of amateur deals, and then they'll, you know, it could rack up debt if they're not in Europe. So there will be challenges there, but, you know, for now we've got to worry about our second division. And the way I think it works is one team goes up by winning the league, they're automatically up, and then the team in second place go into a playoff against the team who finished, if I go back onto this one, against the team that finished, oh wait, I'm on the Rock Cup, wrong thing. There you go. Yeah, the team in second play the team who finished 7th in this league, and then, you know, they go on from there. Whoever wins that would either stay or get promoted into their division. So it's going to be hard to get out of this division, but we are considered one of the favourites going into season preview. We are predicted to finish second, so that obviously helps massively, but we've also improved the squad a lot. We've signed some cracking players, and also we've signed a lot of crappy players, but we'll go through that right now. So transfer history wise, I'm going to point out just a few key players. There are way too many names here to run through, and the thing is, being an amateur team, you can sign and sell and release players as much as you want. You know, I can sign in a player without having to get a report on him. If he's crap, I can release him the next day. There's no difference. I'm not wasting any money by doing that. So I will look to use that a lot while I'm an amateur team. I will look to sign players, and a lot of these players are in my reserves right now, because when I signed them, they were apparently good players. I signed another player. He then pushed up the standard of footballing in the side and made everyone else's, you know, star ratings drop down, which meant, you know, I had to reevaluate the team. I had to re-sign a few positions. So I've actually signed about, in this whole thing so far, I probably signed about 3 left backs or 4 left backs, and now I've got a left back which I'm pretty happy with. I mean, I could get better, but of course I'm pretty happy with the standard we're at right now. But let's go through it. So the first thing I'm going to point out is Carl Bear. He is a pretty decent left mid. I don't think he's going to be our starting left mid. No, he's going to be a starting left mid for now, or is he playing left back? I can't remember. I've signed so many players in such a short space of time. But either way, he looks like a decent player. He came in from Glacus United, who are a Premier Division team, so hopefully, you know, he's got experience up there. You can use that. And next guy I want to point out is Victor Lopez. I think this is going to be one of the best signings we will make for a little while. 17 years of age, and his report looks brilliant. His report has consistently stayed at 4.5 star. Apparently that's a leading player for most Gibraltar Premier Division sides. But again, being an amateur team, this presents problems, because if he starts playing really well, a semi-pro team will come into him and snap him up. I know that's going to happen. So while we can, we're going to enjoy Victor Lopez, and he's a massive talent. Next guy, Guerrero, 22 years of age striker, again, experience in the Premier Division. We're going to utilise this guy. He's also got some great stats. I like his finishing and composure. It's really good for this level. So hopefully he'll be banging in the goals for us this season. Next guy is James Baker, 23 years of age, centre mid from England. Again, a little bit of experience in the Premier Division. We're going to get to look to utilise him as well, one of our starring players in the centre of the park. Jose Luis Enrique, a pretty decent player as well, 19 years of age, Spaniard. Again, a lot of these players will have experience, but we'll just go through, give you a quick look at them. You can look at them and maybe pause the video if you want to. Otherwise, we'll be at the transfers for ages. I've got a list here, but it's still pretty long. Paul Marston is another good player. I really like this guy, another good striker. 2 good strikers we brought in. Need a few good backups, but a good striker. And, 2 main strikers in our formation are good. Chipotle is a decent centre-back. Could do a lot better, though, and I am currently looking for a lot better. Owen May looks like a really good right mid. I like his pace. I think he could be really, really crucial for the team. David Martin is our goalkeeper for the season. Again, looks pretty decent. Where's his history? Had the Magpies in this division. Next guy, Mark Reed, I want to point out. This guy is, again, another really good centre midfielder. I think he's got some really good stats on him, so looking forward to using him. Gareth Lopez is a signing, actually, this guy, from Man 62, who are a team in the Premier Division. He was on a semi-professional deal, but on my scout report, it said he would accept a non-contract deal. Man 62 would accept a free transfer as well, so I put in a £0 bid, and I was able to sign Gareth Lopez. And according to his report, he's a really good Premier League player, and a really good capture for the team. Again, someone I think we can really utilise in the centre of the pitch. This guy, I really love this guy. A, because of his name. I mean, his name is Francesco David Gonzalez Garcia. What a brilliant name. I mean, God. And not only that, though, he's a good player. He can back it up. He's a good player. He's our left back for the season, 28 years of age. Again, the same sort of principles apply with him with Man 62. I was able to get him on a free. He was willing to come on an amateur contract. So that was perfect. It clicked well. And like I said, his name is a brilliant one. So those are the transfers I'm going to point out anyway. We did do the free transfer thing a few other times as well. But those are the key guys I think will influence the team for the upcoming season. Of course, as we go along, that may top and that may change and stuff like that. But for now, the starting 11 is looking like so. I think I pointed out everyone in the starting 11 there. So, I won't have to run through that. The tactic we're going to be using to start with in this save anyway is a 4-4-2. I want to keep things basic. I don't want to overcomplicate things. So to me, a 4-4-2 is perfect for that. We've currently got controlled, structured, and team instructions to retain possession, get stuck in, and lower the tempo. Didn't really want to overcomplicate things. I want to control the game. I want to make sure we stay structured as well. I like our flat 4 lines. I want to keep it like that. And also, I want to make sure we retain possession. I lower the tempo down because if we ask for a higher tempo, the team will lose the ball trying to pass. They've not got great passing technique. So, lower the tempo down, allow them time on the ball, and hopefully they'll pick out the right passes. I mean, more times than not, they probably won't. But let's hope that in some way it benefits us. So that's the team, that's the tactic. I guess we'll go a bit into some information actually about facilities. Currently we have basic corporate, poor training, basic youth, minimal junior coaching and limited youth recruitment. Everyone in Gibraltar has the same stadium, 5,000 capacity, 2,000 seater in Victoria Stadium. Everyone plays at the same ground. There is pretty much no home and away. Right next to, of course, the airport as well. So that's a great, easy access if for those Europa League teams, hopefully, or European teams coming to us in the future, when hopefully we will beat them. But again, that's quite a distance away. Can't get too ahead of ourselves. So the league, I've already spoke about how the league works. Let's talk about the cups and European qualification. I might as well introduce that all now. So the Gibraltar Second Division League Cup is exactly that. It's a Second Division League Cup. It's worthless. It pretty much means nothing. And in terms of actual reputation, it's 193rd in Europe, which I think is probably the lowest. Actually, no, it's not. But it's still pretty damn low. So that's not great. But the actual cup that means something in Gibraltar is the Gibraltar Rock Cup. Now, if you win this, you get to qualify for the Europa League, I believe, if my knowledge is correct. Let me just double check that. I should have probably checked beforehand. Top team qualifies for the European Champions League first qualifying round. I believe that is true. I'm gonna put my neck out here and say that is true. Teams who win the Gibraltar Rock Cup go into the Europa League. So that's a competition I'm going to be focusing a lot on. I'll probably focus more on that than actually getting promoted, because to me, if we can go far in that cup, if we can win that cup, we'll get Europa League football, and then the money from that will be enormous. Because this club right now, financially, I've been here for a month or two. I think it's actually a month now, and we're making money. We are making money due to the fact we're not paying wages. I mean, in fact, if I go on my staff, and we go on contracts, no one's picking up a wage. So, you know, I'm fine in terms of money. This club is going to be making money as long as we're an amateur team. So, you know, if we can really concentrate on that and actually try and get into Europe, we will benefit. Even from Europa League money, it will do this club wonders. So that's something I'm going to be concentrating on. My profile, this is a little look at my profile. I put my determination very high in comparison to a few other stats. That was purely because determination affects how your board, or how willing your board are in terms of giving you what you want, giving into your demands. So to me, that was really important. I could push it up quite high because in the future, that will be something we really depend on. Also training, I always use the training. I always put my tactical up to 20. Just so it helps me with my training. I mean, if I were to just do tactical training, I would be a 3.5 star tactical coach. So that is, you know, that to me is acceptable for this level, even in the future. But for now, you know, spreading out my coaching, I'm still pretty decent all around the board, so I'm happy with that. And also, I do always be a suited manager. I'm always all the way to the right for suited manager. It's just my preference. So yeah, let's go into the first league game of the season against Magpies. You know, let's really test ourselves. So I actually need to start a bench again. I don't really know my players too well. So Victor will be on the bench. He's a new signing, a youngster. Looks like he could be decent. Baker is going to be on the bench as well. We're going to put Cantina on the bench, even though he's just a right back. We'll put him on there, and we'll also put Dorosario on the bench. So we've not selected a captain today. You know, that's fine. You can go out. We've also got to give people some numbers. 22 is already taken. You can take 32 elsewhere. You know, Dave Martin can have number 1. I reserved that for a player of someone like him. You can have 31, you can have 27, and you can have 28. So here we go, Gibraltar United versus the Magpies. Let's hope we can start this series off in a perfect way by winning. And look at that, a no contest in my view. Gibraltar United to win with ease. I'm confident, yes, with the positives pre-season. So 4-4-2, as I would expect. I mean, I would expect that, you know, the teams in this league would all play around the same formation. Nothing too complicated, because no one's really got the ability to do anything more than just play some pretty bog standard roles like winger, you know, where they can just use pace if they've got pace. And straight away we're on the attack here with May, with a chance, and already been brought down 15 minutes into our managerial debut, into our series debut. We get a penalty. Brilliant. Thank you, Magpies. Thank you so much. Prescott getting booked in the process as well. And who's actually taking our penalties? I did sort out my penalty takers beforehand, but I completely forgot who's taking it. It is Victor Lopez, our right back. And he scores on his debut. Scores on my debut and gives us a very comfortable start to the game. Less than a minute into the game. Ball's in the back of the net for us. Get in. Also as well, with my signings, a lot of these guys are probably good enough for the Premier Division. A lot of these signings right now. I really have strengthened the squad over the summer. All them key signings I pointed out probably wouldn't look at a place in a Premier Division side in Gibraltar. So, you know what? That's when I was talking about the Rock Cup, I think it is a realistic target. I don't think I'm being over ambitious by going for that. I've not really set many goals in terms of like short term. I mean, long term, I've set some end aims. But in terms of short term or season by season, I've got no real aims. I want to get promoted in the first 2 or 3 years at least. Otherwise, I don't think I'm making enough progress. But, like I said, with the team we've got, we should really be getting promoted this year as well. But in terms of the Rock Cup, it's something I want to go for, but it's also something I wouldn't be disappointed if we didn't get. As good challenge there by Lopez. Another Lopez, G Lopez this time. That is, of course... Oh, no, that's not the same Lopez. I was thinking of someone else. Oh, come on, Victor. I was just about to say, don't, have a poor touch, get into that tackle, and then let them score from it. Actually, Marston has gone through. Poor touch, but he still managed to get the shot away, and brilliant keeping from the Magpie goalkeeper has meant that we've scored, and it's now 2-0, and surely game over, despite the fact it's only 10 minutes in. Let's watch this brilliant attempt of a save from the goalkeeper. Oh, man. World class. This level of football is going to be... fun. Oh wow, we've conceded. Well, that shut me up. I actually looked at this guy, Sheriff. He was someone I saw a few because of his name. It just sort of stood out to me. But I never materialised into an actual bid. I never really felt he was good enough for our team or the team we were going to be building. So I never offered him a deal. But he's proved me wrong in a way by scoring against us. And we've prevented that cross coming in. And we've got the ball. Let's see if we can build something up. Maybe recreate our 2-goal cushion. I see good runs. I wouldn't have picked out that pass though. Out of the good runs, I would have aimed for the right. We've got the ball back, and we're trying to find Bear yet again. Unable to. We've got Bear. Yes, third time of asking. Bear has got the ball. Here's Reed. Oh, good ball to May, and he's offside, but the shot, was off target anyway. Didn't make too much of a difference. Here's Lopez using his set pieces, unable to find a red and white shirt. And then Sheriff with the ball, and now actually this could be a dangerous counter-attack. They've played the ball nicely. Oh, wow. Cosgrove is through. And it's bobbled away. Good clearance in the end. Magpies are looking dangerous from the counter-attack. We're not doing too well since we scored them 2 goals, in fact. It's been pretty even. In fact, Magpies probably deserve an equaliser if it keeps going like this. Reed, you headed it the wrong way. Oh, actually, a really great ball to Guerrero. Oh my god, it was pretty much an open goal. Guerrero, sorry, it was an open goal. How did he miss that? That was really poor. Even for this standard of play, that was quite poor. Maybe it was his weaker foot. I don't know what foot he is right now. That was something that will come, of course, over time as I grow into the save, and hopefully as these players develop with me. Also, you may have noticed that I didn't really focus too much on age in signings. Some of my signings were in their 30s. Some of them were like Lopez at right back. He's 17. For the start of the save, to me, there's no difference in what age I signed them at. I'm not focusing on youth right now. I just want to get into the Premier Division. Once maybe we get into Champions League football, as Guerrero gives us our 2-goal cushion yet again. Maybe once we get into the Premier Division and start doing quite well, or maybe even get into European football, then I'll start focusing on producing my youth or trying to sign good young Gibraltar talent. Also as well, I thought of maybe starting off as Gibraltar manager as well as Gibraltar United manager, but I decided that for the start of the save, it's crucial that I just focus on Gibraltar United. I focus on getting on the Champions League, doing as far as what I can in that. Hopefully in the future, the Gibraltar national team job will become available and I can start managing them to glory. As May scores from a cross, this still exists in the game. Incredible. Either way, that was a really good goal. And we get 4-1 leads, and I think this division may be a walkover. I mean, actually, I can't say that. 1 game into the season, I could not be saying things like that. That is way too arrogant to say things like that. It's calmly told about, lads. Solid lead, but there's also still keep your performance levels up. Damn it, I probably shouldn't have said that. 4-1. The keeper was on the floor when it loaded in there. He was having a pose. But let's see. I think we could probably get a few more goals in this game. I mean, I imagine there will be a few more goals. This is actually the first proper game I've played since the full game has come out as well. As May unable to get it in. Although, as well, I wouldn't really judge this on whether the goal scoring or the amount of goals scored will be completely fixed because, well, let's face it, it is standard of football. Goals can go in from a shot on target. Whether it's a good shot on target or not, goals can go in. So we're at the 54th minute now. I think I may want to introduce some fresh legs soon. Magpies with the ball. I imagine this is from Newcastle fans setting up a team in Gibraltar, the Magpies. I think this, yeah, they're Magpies, isn't it? Or am I getting the wrong team? God, I hope I couldn't get the wrong team there. I swear Newcastle are the Magpies. That is, I'm going to say they are. But yeah, a majority of the teams in Gibraltar, they are set up from other teams. Boca Juniors, obviously, you know where that comes from. Man 62 is Manchester United's Gibraltar sort of team. How is the ball not... Get the ball and shoot! Why isn't Reed shooting? That hesitation. But yeah, you'll see a lot of teams that are sort of based off English or other squads in the world. Because, Gibraltar football is an amateur sort of Saturday league, really. It's not anything too serious. I mean, the Premier Division now is... I think it's starting to step up. I think the FA as well, the Gibraltar FA is starting to take a lot more not responsibility, but take a different approach to how they, manage their leagues and stuff. They're trying to look a lot more professional because obviously they know that money that the Champions League gives them gives the teams in their leagues will obviously help the Gibraltar standard of football as a whole, and plus they'll obviously aim to try and get more of their younger players going out into Europe to play in football. Hopefully they'll see a few more of their players in England or Spain or Portugal, wherever they will end up. So, oh god, it's the 87th minute. The game just flew by. We'll make some subs anyway. We'll give some people their debuts. Gareth Lopez off. We will bring Baker on. And we will bring Jose Luis and Enrique off, and we will bring Catania on for his debut. We've actually got two pretty good young right-backs in our team. I wouldn't really mind putting either of them in the starting lineup, but of course there can only be one as wow. Is that an own goal? Of course. I don't know if I can say it's fixed yet, because that looks like stuff that was happening in the beta. Either way, 4-2 end result. I'd be happy with that. I mean, you know, we're going to concede goals in this league. Like I said, this level of football, we are going to leak in goals, but we've just got to score enough. And with the two strikers we've got, if they can stay fit throughout the whole of the season, I imagine we'll score with ease. And if they can continue to score. Actually, the three strikers, because the guy I've just brought on up front as well, he's probably good enough for this level. So there we go, Gibraltar United 4, Magpies 2. Great way to start off our career. Well done, lads. Good win. You know, don't get too complacent. Don't get too cocky. We've got a game against Hound Dogs coming up soon. Loads of people made their debut. Loads of people happy. Great moment for Paul. Magpies are angry the referee awarded you penalty. You know what? I actually think that was a clear penalty. Challenge from behind. Even if it is 20 seconds into a game, a penalty is a penalty. You know, no matter what. Everyone enjoyed Paul Mason goal. Blah, blah, blah. You know what? Yeah, it's a great goal, whatever. Paul Marsden. Do a marvellous debut. Yep, the debut was good. It's going to be quite a day for Gibraltar United with debutants of yada yada yada, fun in the back of the net. Every manager wants to see their new signings pay off immediately, and it was a great match. Enjoyed most match. Yep, okay. Everyone, it might as well have asked me every player who made his debut. What do you think of his debut? What do you think of his debut? What about him? Everyone was a debut today. You know, come on. But let's talk about the next time I will meet you back. Due to the fact there are a limited number of games in this season, I will probably meet you back at this game. Maybe this game. Or the Gibraltar Scorpions game. I will meet you back for the Gibraltar Scorpions game. And then next time I'll meet you back will probably be the Rock Cup, because like I said, that will be the big game for me. So yeah, next time I meet you back will be Gibraltar Scorpions. If maybe you feel you should get an earlier update, or you know, maybe more updates a season, because at this rate it'll probably be like 3 or 4 updates a season. You know, let me know in the comments below. But this will be it for now, guys. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed, and until next time, peace out.